Well, third day of Oshkosh. We've had a phenomenal day watching a number of aircraft. Just thrilled to be here. This is my 51st Oshkosh, and the fun part is you just don't get tired of it. It's really extraordinary. But then again, sometimes we've got to get down to business, and you're involved in an interesting, if not complicated situation, trying to get a heliport back to the public, for lack of a better way to put it, to be able to build a business around rotary aviation in Indianapolis is not as easy as it could be. Tell me what's happening right now.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you, Jim. So in Indianapolis, we've had an amazing heliport, been there for several decades, and sadly, the government officials are deciding that it'd be more important to be either a soccer stadium or maybe apartment complexes, and so they've asked the FAA to decommission the heliport. It hasn't happened yet, but it's been a battle that's been going on for almost 3 years, and I'm just trying to save it. It's a great heliport right in the heart of Indianapolis, and I think every world-class city needs a heliport, and as we think about the eVTOLs that are coming, they're going to want to land there, and this one is particularly centrally located. It's just a 2-block walk to where the Pacers play. It's about 5 or 6 blocks to where the Colts play. Business executives use it, politicians use it. It's just been a great heliport. And it's sad that something that we put our federal dollars into, that now a short-term mayor can shut down if he wants to.
Sounding a little like Meigs Field.
It's a lot like Meigs Field, although this one's been a little bit more open. Didn't happen in the middle of the night like Meigs Field, but it'll be just as sad if we lose this heliport, because you can't build a heliport in a downtown city very easily anymore. I think it'll be very hard to get it approved.
Well, one of the things that people don't realize is just all the utility a heliport provides between emergency services, between business, even recreational, for goodness sake. There are just so many ways that a heliport contributes to the economy, contributes to the mobility of the people within it. And of course, the whole other issue is that these things are going to become more valuable, not less valuable, as we're heading into a future where we've got all kinds of vertical lift devices that defy comprehension. Absolutely.
As an example, in Indianapolis, it's where IU Health has all of their helicopters. They do their maintenance on the helicopters. They transfer people at this place. So it's just a great asset, not just for the city of Indianapolis, but for the whole state of Indiana.
Is there any specific individual or specific organization within the city complex that's responsible for this decision making?
Well, there's a lot of finger pointing. You know, the mayor is pointing to the Airport Authority. The Airport Authority points to the mayor. I'm not sure who's really doing it, but I do know that the Airport Authority has asked the FAA for permission to shut it down. The FAA has pushed back several times and said, tell me why, prove more, so on and so forth. But I think it's kind of inevitable unless something changes very quickly.
Where can people get more information on what's happening out here, and two, who can they protest to?
Well, there was a period last year where you could make your comments available to the FAA, and they've now closed that comment period. So I'm not sure that will even be listened to anymore, but I hope everybody still writes to the mayor's office, writes to the Airport Authority, and explains why the heliport should stay open.
Well, if you think anything we can do to help, please let us know. It sounds like, again, well, maybe not quite a Meigs, but certainly a mini Meigs, and each one of these just has to be attacked at every angle, because it's not just bad for aviation, it's bad for everybody around it.
That is so true, and I am appreciative of all the various organizations that have stepped up to help, from AOPA to VAI, and just all the organizations that have written letters of support, but it seems to be falling on deaf ears right now.
Not fair, not fair.
I agree, it's totally not fair.
Well, Chuck, we appreciate your time on this. We wish you the best of luck. Fight on.
Thank you very much, appreciate the coverage.